Signs that someone is your soulmate. My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I like this topic a lot. It really resonates with me. I've been a meditator since 1972. So I'm really into this whole philosophy of what you are, which is a soul. You're a soul, and you have a body, and you have a mind, but you're a soul. Now I know what you're really asking is, are they the one for me? How can I tell if they are my soulmate? So I'm not going to give you all the references that I have, all the background study that I've done. I will tell you that anyone can call themselves an expert in this field, but the real experts are those who experience themselves as souls, who have a much greater vision and are not just speaking from what they've read, what they've studied, like I am. But those people are not giving marital advice, they're not giving relationship advice. So if they act like they know, because there are absolutes in this realm, but if they act like they know, they're BSing you. So I don't know that I know, but I have pretty strong beliefs in this area. So you are a soul, and the person who you're looking for, or who are you with now, is also a soul. And in between the you that's a soul and them are the body and the mind. Because you have a body and you have a mind. So even when you touch each other, all that's happening is there's a physical touch. The real connection between souls is at a much higher level. Now you could say you have a psychological connection with somebody, meaning that you see things in a very similar way. So what are you looking for when you say, I'm looking for my soulmate? The whole sexual attraction thing is really tricky because you don't know whether it's really brought about just by your biologies. It could just be timing. So how do you know when it's real? I say this. I say it doesn't make any difference. I say what does make a difference and is critically important is that you have a connection with the person that is based on sharing the deeper values that are deep for you. So let me give an example. Let's say, for instance, I'm going to use a potentially hot topic. Let's use the hot topic of abortion. And I have my opinion on that, but I'm not going to express it in this particular video. But people usually have a strong opinion about abortion. It may not matter if you're never going to have children. Then the idea of abortion will probably not come up unless one of you doesn't want a baby, right? And then if you're not on the same page, and it's an important topic for both of you, it can really cause a lot of problems. So these are the more important discussion points, you might say, for you to evaluate whether this is the right person for you or not. You need to individually, by yourself, when I say individually, I mean without them, make a list of those topics that are of critical importance to you. Now, let's say what's really important is you love cats. and that's super important to you. But the person that you're seeing now hates cats. It's not unusual for people to love cats and hate cats. Well, it could be a huge problem if you're not aware of where each other stand on this and you're okay. So when I say okay, there are no absolutes, right? So what you do is assign a number to what are the things that are important to you. Like, let's say you love cats. That's a 10 for you. You have to have cats. And the person that you're rating, trying to decide whether they're right for you, they hate cats. And that's only a 2 for them, though. They hate cats, but if there's one around, just don't ask me to feed it. No big deal, right? But what if that person is a 10 hater? They hate cats. If they see one, they want to kick it. Well, that's not going to work out for you. So what I'm driving at is much more important than the soulmate question, which is totally fun, is the values question. So make a list. Put at the top of the list, and it can change as you're making your list, the most important thing. Oh, let's say, for instance, you're a total atheist. Ironic that you'd be asking about soulmates, but let's say you're a total atheist. And you don't believe in God, like you think people who believe in God are idiots. You really don't want to be with someone who is a really deep Christian or Jew or Muslim or even not even a religion, but just has real strong faith in God. It's not going to work. So you got to figure out, based on priority, what's really important to you, and then make sure that you guys line up, or at least you don't bang heads, because those become flashpoints later on if you don't learn how to be married. You should definitely learn how to be married. You know, our sister organization, Premarital Academy, has a couple of courses for marriage. One is Finding Your Soulmate, and the other is Premarital. You should definitely use those courses. So that's more important than soulmate. The soulmate topic, a Western psychologist will call it abstract. I don't think it's abstract. I think it's real. But for me, it comes within the context of your present day, I'm going to use a cool word, incarnation. What are you like? What are they like? And I don't care if you both like bowling or you hate bowling. Stuff like that is usually not going to get like a 10. It's not that important. Things like abortion do. Faith, that's important. Living in an outdoor area, in the country, or living in a city, it's important. Those are the topics that are very important, that you really need to nail down and be clear about where you're at. Another important one is morality. Some people have a floating morality. It's based on how they assess not just the situation, but, is murder okay? Is lying okay? Cheating? Stealing? You should really be lined up in that area, because that could be a super problem. Another is sexuality. How does sexuality fit in to the rest of your relationship? These are important topics. Once you've defined that these topics don't bump into each other, but they match up, and there's that connective feeling, then you could call them your soulmate. Why not? So I'll get into the philosophy now a little bit, because you could be done with this video. And now I'll get into what I think is philosophical, but subscribe to this video, to this channel. Learn more about marriage. Every day that you learn more about marriage, the better off you are. So, we're souls. We go through incarnation after incarnation until we reach our home in God. And along the way, it's not like a 10-lifetime journey, millions of incarnations. And the people that we bump into, that we resonate with, that we get along with in a past incarnation, we develop a connection with those people based on the day, based on that particular moment that's seen in our long life, which is broken up by birth and death. Those people are all your soulmates, men and women. It doesn't matter, because it's not a sexual thing. It transcends that. It's all about, at the end of the whole thing, we're one with God and we're connected and we love all. So that's the philosophy, which is not so important for you, is it? All right. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. I think it's really important that you do match up in those ways, or you will run into trouble. All right. Blessings to you, and take care.